All right, guys and gals, Crypto Kurt here. As the year is winding down, I decided to do a quick little review video of the ICOs, or most of the ICOs that I've gotten involved with this year. And it's been some fairly interesting results with a total return in the past 6 months of about 472%. Now, the reason why I decided to go ahead and do this video today is because, as you know, if you've been following what's happening in the world of cryptos today, it's a little bit of a bloodbath. Matter of fact, it's a massive bloodbath. We got major sell-offs pretty much everywhere across the board. There's a few standouts that haven't taken a loss, but pretty much it's just crash and burn. And so I thought it would be a fair time to actually take a look at the values, because this 72% that return that I'm going to show you is based on today's results, based on the prices. And those prices I just recorded at my time, 5:47 p.m. on December 22nd. Had I done these same returns yesterday, it probably would be more like a 600% return, or at least a 550% return. So again, I think it's a good day to give you some figures that are very conservative. All right. So again, for anyone who's new to this space, an ICO is a initial coin offering. It's much like an IPO in the investment world, except in the world of cryptos, most of the cryptos are using crowdfunding. So they're going direct to us as investors, taking out the middleman, which is what the cryptos are all about. I've mentioned that on several videos, that if you're a middle-level manager, you better be investing in cryptos because you may not have a job in 5 to 10 years. But needless to say, we took a look at half a dozen or so ICOs, and again, just so you know, some of these ICOs I found myself, some I follow. I've gotten from Jay Snip, from Bix Weir. Crypto Rich does a good job. Mike B talks about a lot of ICOs as well. And I think what these guys are good at doing is at least finding the decent companies, because there's been a lot of crap ICOs as well. I'm not going to waste any time with that. I'm only going to show you guys what I put money into and what has happened to that investment. Okay, so let's get started. The very first thing I ever did back in the end of May, it was on May 29th. I bought ETH, and I bought it at about $258. 14 days later, I sold it for $463. So I made about 98% within give or take a few percent on my very first transaction in 14 days. That was very, very exciting. The next thing I did was I got into the EOS ICO, and to be honest, I do apologize. You'll see the numbers here, 280. This is roughly the amount or the value of ETH when I went into some of these, and I wasn't keeping records back in the beginning. So yes, I'm going by memory. The EOS was more of a jump in now type thing. So I threw 1 ETH at it. So the way that this spreadsheet works is, here's a symbol. Obviously, this was my original investment. This was the cost per token at the time, right? This is the total. This is the current price. Now, let me also give you the caveat, guys. This is in Australian dollars, all right? I know that's probably frustrating for you, for those of you who use US dollars or euros, but ultimately I'm investing Australian dollars, and I'm getting returns in Australian dollars. So I'm just going to do the Australian dollar. The percentages will be the same. It shouldn't matter what currency that you're using. The percentage increase or decrease will be the same. Fortunately for me, there's been not one decrease. All right. So again, it's pretty interesting here. So basically, the original cost was 0.467 cents. Current price is 1,226. This was the total number of tokens that I was able to get. So it's 280 divided by 0.467 gives me the 600. Current value, which is 1,200 times the 600. 12.26 times 600 is $7,356 for a whopping 2,627.14% return since whenever the EOS was released, which I think was pretty sure was in early June. Now, just a story on the EOS. when that token went live, I was paying attention, and the moment it hit Ether Delta, it spiked up to $6.50. I drove home. By the time I got home, it was down to $4.50, and I sold a bunch of them. I sold about 300, I think. Then the next day, it had a bit of a drop, and then it came back up to $4.50, and I sold another batch. Okay, so currently I only have 105. So that's the actual value of what I have right now. So unfortunately for me, I didn't hang on to those 600, but By selling those early on, obviously I got my original investment back, and I was able to take that money and go grow other investments. I was explaining to my partner this last night as I was kind of planning for this video, and the concept, because she was like, well, why would you take your profits? Why would you be happy about taking profits? Why wouldn't you be upset that you missed, this big run? Well, the reality is it's about taking profits and planting another seed. Right? So I wouldn't have been able to plant these other seeds had I not been taking profits along the way. Now, I will also add that I haven't sold any of these other coins. So I've been able to use other means to generate profits in my other investments that were not ICOs, that were existing coins, and also some mining that I'm doing, et cetera, and then taking those profits and reinvesting. Okay, so that's the concept: is you take some profits to reinvest, start a new seed. That seed could double, quadruple, whatever. But if you don't have that new seed, you're only going to have what you have. So again, you can make an argument either way, I'm sure. But my current philosophy is if I get 100% return, so if I put in $2 and the share is now trading at 4, I will sell 50% of my holdings to pull out my original investment and then leave those other 50% of holdings to continue to grow. Okay, so enough on that. So again, we have had a 2,600, and so the percentage is still the same. You see, it doesn't matter the dollar amounts. The dollar value changes, so that was quite a bit of difference between 700% and 400%, because that was the value figure, not the actual percentage of change in the movement of price from the original price to the current price. Okay, IXT, that was a whole nother story. Again, I did a video on that. This was InsureX, I think, and they've now changed to IXT, X Ledger. Right, literally minutes before the ICO, their site was hacked, and like an idiot, I sent 1 ETH to the hackers, but I was able to claim that back. IXT came out and gave a process where if you could submit, the addresses that you sent and how much you sent, you could prove basically that you had sent the ETH to a specific address that obviously matched the addresses that they had been able to identify that the hackers had been using, then they would give you your tokens back. So I did get 1,125 IXT tokens after all of that. So again, 1 ETH at the time was about 280. Cost per token was about 0.249. Current price is 0.624. Again, this is Australian dollars. Total number of tokens 1125. Current value $702. That's a 250% return. Pillar. I think this is going to be one great long-term hold, and I'm hanging on to this one. Again, early days, ETH was about 280-ish, 290-ish, 310-ish, 280-ish. Cost per token at the time was about 11 cents. Current price is 0.26 cents. Now, granted, guys, I had to redo this video because I had some of these numbers wrong, and I did it about 2 hours ago, and I've already seen a massive drop. This was actually 520% just an hour ago. So again, the markets are crumbling, and it is what it is, but I'm a hodler with some of these. So again, back to this, 2,500 tokens, current value $650. That's a 232% return as of right now in US, in Australian dollars. PPT, probably the best one I've done so far. Again, it was about 280 for the ETH at the time. 3.256 was the cost per token. Current price is $39.58. This has had a massive run up, guys. If you've known, this has had a massive pullback as well. So this has been as high as almost $5,000 in the last week. So again, great return. 86 of those tokens, a current value $3,403, and a 1,215% return. Pay token, still one of my favorites. The original ICO, I put in an ETH again. It was about $1.12 each. $3.35 is current price. 250 of those bad boys is now worth $837.50. That's a 299% return. Salt tokens, again, I think this is going to be a great long-term play. I actually put quite a bit more into this one. ETH had gone up a little bit, but yeah, I put in some more. I think I bought some at 5 and some at 7, so you're getting right in the middle there. Current price 12.5. I got 98 of those things, valued currently at $1,225. That's a 204% return. That's only in a few months. PayPal, $425. That was about the price of 1 ETH not too long ago. Current the cost per token at the time was 6.659. Current price is $2. 645 of those things equals $1,290. That's a 303% return. And then ETN was another interesting story. Again, ETH was about $400. I put in 0.25 ETH. which got me, the cost of that was 0.005. They were offering a 40% bonus at that time. So I ended up getting about 7,000 tokens. But then I went out and did a couple of promo videos. And this is something for any of you who's not afraid to create content. You can go, and many of these ICOs will have what's called a bounty, right? So they'll have referral programs. So if you actually do a video, do an article, do a Steemit article, do a Reddit post, do a Bitcoin talk post, they all have different things that you can do, but obviously making a video is one of the easy ones for you to do and for them to follow. But I did a couple of promo videos for ETN, and a number of people signed up through the affiliate link that I had in the video, and my bonus ended up being 13,000 tokens. You believe that? So I bought my original 100, bought 7, then I got 13,000 as bonus, right? Current price is 12 cents, again Australian dollars. Current total value $2,540. Can you imagine a 2,540% return from $100? And for those of you again who followed ETN, it was a little bit of a dodgy thing. They got hacked. We didn't know if the whole thing was a scam. It took 3 or 4 weeks to actually get our tokens, but the tokens are currently available and trading on Cryptopia. Again, I'm hanging on to this one. I think this is my emergency money. If something happens, I'll dump these, but I think these could go up. These could be, who knows? I'm speculating 50 cents to $1. So I'm hoping this 20,000 is actually going to become 20,000 or more in the next 3 to 6 months. So there you have it, guys. Total investment in 2017 in ICOs, right? So this is only ICOs, $2,525 Australian, is now worth $11,935 Australian, which is a 472.70% gain. Again, all of this happened between June and December. June and November, really. I don't think I bought any ICOs in December. Oh, I did, but they haven't been priced yet. So I've got a couple of ICOs that I have put money into in December, but the tokens haven't hit any of the exchanges yet. So I'll do one of those for maybe first quarter of 2018. So once again, guys, it is a crazy time to be in the crypto space. Having said that, it's also, for those of you who are new to this and you want to get involved, it's going to be very challenging for you to get accounts set up on these exchanges. I know people who have been waiting over a week to get their account verified and approved, and then some of the accounts and exchanges, as an example, CoinSpot's currently not allowing AUD transfers. They're not going to allow that until the first week in January, so even if you get approved, you can't bring any money into the system. You've got exchanges which are being hacked. Ether Delta just got hacked. Coinbase is limiting, depending on the volume. You've got limits on accessing your coins. So again, it's crazy cowboy land in crypto land, that's for sure. But it is the first day of the rest of your life. So if you want to get involved, now's the time to start learning about this stuff. Maybe you take some time in these crazy times to actually put your initial, click through some of the links below, sign up, start the process, but maybe do some other homework about Bitcoin, about ICOs. There's a whole bunch of people, I've mentioned a few before, that are doing videos that can be very helpful, including myself, obviously. So I'll be looking at 2018 to be a very exciting year, but also a very scary year. Okay, 2017 had a bunch of junk, but it had some really good ones. I think 2018 is going to be more junk than good, because there's a lot of people out there that are complete scammers, and they realize how this crowdfunding works, and they're going to come try to dupe a lot of people into dumping money into their projects. Now, am I being cynical? Possibly, but I am trying to warn you guys that just not every ICO is going to have this kind of return. I really suggest you read the white papers, look at the business case. Is it something that is making money currently, which can be taken onto the blockchain and be made more profitable simply by removing the middlemen? And I think that's a very important thing to consider. Another thing I like to look at is, those of you who follow my channel, is income, potential income that you can make, specifically passive income, which is currently available in PPT, Pay, Salt, and PPP possibly. ETN has a mining option, so they might be able to mine through their app starting next year. So not all of these are going to provide passive income, but that is one of the things I do look for when I try to make my decisions. But again, guys and girls, it's up to you to get involved, right? So at the end of the day, you have to be in it to win it, and passive income doesn't happen passively. So I hate to be full of these great sayings, but I think they're very powerful. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. I hope this was helpful. It certainly is motivating me to put some more effort and pay more attention to the ICOs and try to find the best ones. I'll be sharing those with you going into next year, so please subscribe and like. Share this as well. So again, for those of you who want to get involved and are interested in chasing ICOs in 2018, hopefully I'll be one of the go-to channels which will help you better understand some of these opportunities coming out. All right, with that, happy holidays, guys, and this is Crypto Kurt out.